Hi, this is Andrew Davey, and we're here with Leo Murrieta from Human Rights Campaign. Thanks for joining us.
Of course, thank you.
So, first off, DACA has been in the news this week. Immigration reform has been in the news this week. You know, why is this such a personal, potent issue for you?
So myself, I'm an immigrant from Mexico, and my family, we grew up in this community, but we are a mixed status family. One of my brothers is still a permanent resident with a green card. I myself was a green card holder, and I have relatives who are undocumented, one of whom has the program DACA, Deferred Action, and the other, my other sibling would have qualified for DAPA, Deferred Action for Parental Arrivals. So this for me is similar to the fear that millions of families all across the country have. At any time, my family could be torn apart, and it's scary. And so for me, it's very personal. Family for me is very important. And as LGBTQ people, there are tens of thousands of families just like mine who live in fear that the president will take away DACA and put our communities at risk of deportation.
You know, what kind of conversations has your family had to have these past few days with DACA being back in the news, with these rumors circulating that Donald Trump may revoke it any day now?
Yeah, I think that we've had difficult conversations as a family over the past couple of years of what happens if, and we've had to have that conversation with my nieces. I have 7 nieces, and 3 of them, their father's undocumented. And so what does that mean for us? What does that mean for our family, for their family? What do we do if? And it's a scary conversation to have with children, but it's definitely something that most families don't think about because they don't have to. But for immigrant families like mine, the fear of deportation hangs over us like a dark shadow. And it's something that a lot of families go through, and we need to talk about it more so that we can be prepared to help one another. And locally, the Human Rights Campaign is partnering with other organizations that are looking to do exactly that. So we share information, we will be sharing information about what people can do, where people can call, and making sure that they're protected from fraud, making sure that they're not falling victim to predatory practices in the law or by actors out there that don't want to help. But HRC is here, the Human Rights Campaign is here to stand with immigrants because we are immigrants. LGBTQ people are immigrants and DACA recipients and parents and families, and we are here and we have to stand up.
So where can immigrant families go? Depending on what the White House decides to do in the coming days, where can they go, and what realistically can be done to protect them?
So what we know right now is that the president has not made his announcement of what exactly will happen with DACA. There are proposals in Congress about the DREAM Act coming forward in different iterations of itself. But what we know right now is that there are organizations and service providers, nonprofits on the ground who are reliable, reputable, and the community should turn to in times like these. Organizations like Mi Familia Vota, organizations like Hermandad Mexicana, organizations like Community Services of Nevada, the Mexican and Salvadorian Consulate. These are organizations that people can turn to along with Plan and Battle in Progress. We're going to be sharing information that will help provide resources to the community. We'll also have events where people can come and listen and have more, or we'll Facebook Live them so people can watch from the comfort of their home. So that way you don't have to leave your home. You can stay home, get the information that you need. Pay attention to our Facebook, to our Instagram, to our Twitter, because we'll be there sharing information. So like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll be doing our best to make sure that families like mine and families like yours are engaged.
And finally, speaking of engagement, you mentioned that there is legislation in Congress to provide some sort of permanent protection for dreamers, but as of now, we don't know if any of these bills will make it to the House or Senate floor anytime soon. So, what's your message for House and Senate leadership, and here at home for our members of Congress, particularly Senator Heller, Congressman Amodei, who probably have more of an ear with congressional Republican leaders in terms of doing something, not just saying something about DACA for Dreamers, but doing something.
So 4 years ago, Senator Heller had a role to play, and he stepped up and was a leader and a supporter of immigration reform. And we were thankful for his leadership in the Senate. But what we need, and so was Congressman Amodei, a supporter of comprehensive immigration reform 4 years ago when we were under President Obama. Now what we need today under President Trump is that leadership and then some. We need our Republican legislators and our Republican representatives in Congress to stand up with us. This is an issue that isn't partisan, although in Nevada, 1 in 5 voters in 2016 was Latino. So what we need from Congressman Amodei and Senator Heller is their leadership. We need them to sign on to measures that will protect Dreamers, but not just Dreamers, their entire families. In Nevada, we have the highest percentage of undocumented immigrants than anywhere else in the country, just by how small we are as a state, but we are many families, just like mine, who have mixed statuses and who are fearful of what tomorrow brings. So what we need is for our Democratic supporters to stand up and be even stronger champions, and we need our Republican members of Congress to follow suit and to really listen to the voices of our community, to hear our suffering, to understand that we're the ones who live in fear, and it's up to them to lead us through it. So we need Senator Heller and Congressman Amodei to really step up and support Dreamers and immigrants in Nevada.